if you collect Social Security, take a look at this. 4 Social Security shakeups from Biden that could hit your wallet by 2024. This just coming out in the past 24 hours. But a lot of people are wondering, President Biden, what about that 5th point that you had in your plan, which was that we should also increase monthly Social Security checks by $200 per month. Now, if you don't remember, this was 3.5 years ago. As proposed by Senator Wyden and colleagues, seniors and people with disabilities are uniquely at risk right now. And even though this is over 3 years old, I don't think that situation has changed. They are still uniquely at risk right now with the way the economy is. And this actually was proposed. Take a look at this. Amid Republican threats to Social Security, Sanders, Warren, Schalke, Hoyle, and colleagues introduced legislation to increase benefits and extend the solvency through 2096. Now, this was back in February. This is from Bernie Sanders' press release on his website. And take a look at this. Right here, you can see expand Social Security benefits by $2,400 a year to ensure Social Security is fully funded for the next 75 years. These are some of the things that they want to do by increasing taxation. Over 93% of American households that make $250,000 a year or less, they will not have any raises in their taxes, not even by 1 penny, according to this piece of legislation. Now, this was from Bernie Sanders, who had proposed what Joe Biden said he wanted to see. However, right now, I'm going to be covering for you the 4-point plan and what it entails. And also, be sure to stick around to the end for an update on exact amounts of the 2024 cost of living adjustment as predicted or forecasted by experts. We'll see how accurate they are. Stick around to the end for an update on that. Now, one of the pieces of legislation that does cover what Biden said he would like to see is the Social Security 2100 Act, which almost aligns exactly with what Biden said. However, it does not have that $200 per month or $2,400 per year increase across the board. It does have increases. It does have adjustments that will help out a lot of people significantly, but a lot of people feel like it is not making good on that 5th promise of $200 per month. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, we're going to be seeing what Congress decides to do with this. However, at this time, the House is paralyzed with no speaker after McCarthy is ousted. I shared this with you yesterday, the breaking news that Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy was removed. First time ever in history. Yesterday will go down in the history books as the first time a Speaker of the House has been removed from his position. Now, you must understand that at this time, no legislation can pass. The $2,400 increase, changes to taxes, any type of bill cannot get passed through Congress until we have a Speaker of the House. Now, right now, there's an interim speaker in McHenry, but all he can do is open up session, close session, and take nomination votes for the new speaker. So at this time, we are at a standstill, and we're lasting off of a stopgap funding bill to keep the government open. We've got about 45 to 47 days. Hopefully, they're going to be able to come to a conclusion as to who should be the Speaker of the House, Republicans that is, come to an agreement and pass it through. Now, coming out in the news right now is that the front runner is likely going to be Jim Jordan's. And if he comes through, then we could start to see legislation pass and things get done for Social Security. But I'm going to be covering for you the latest on Social Security and this article coming out talking about the 4-point plan that will likely hit in 2024, which is kind of sad because we had heard that 2023 was going to be the year of Social Security reform, but now it's looking like this is going to bleed into 2024. But regardless, I'm going to get you the latest so that way you can know exactly what to expect with Social Security, what's on the way. They've only got roughly about 10 years. Something has to be done, and we have got to take care of those that have paid into this their entire lives, and now when it's time for them to pull from it, they need it to be there to support them. So let's dive right in. If you appreciate the updates, do me a favor before we take a look at the article, smash the like button for me. Just takes a second, helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. I'll keep you up to date with Congress, the economy, Social Security. Earlier today, I let you know that there's going to be an emergency alert if it hasn't hit already, and not to be afraid, it's just a test. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest. So as I mentioned, this article just came out in the past 24 hours, says 4 Social Security shakeups from Biden that could hit your wallet by 2024, as the Social Security Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust, or the OASI, faces depletion by the year 2033. So we've roughly got about 10 years. Nobody knows exactly how long we have, but they've got to do something before that time, or there will be cuts across the board to all recipients. President Joe Biden has suggested what MSN calls a sweeping four-point plan to bolster funds in the trust and help fill the $22.4 trillion funding shortage shown in the 2023 trustee report. If the federal government can't fix the shortage, it could result in benefit cuts of up to 24% for retirees beginning in 2033. Now, we've heard reports anywhere from 20 to 25%, but essentially, let's say you collect $1,000 per month. All of a sudden, you would get $750 or $800. And when you asked, hey, what happened to my benefits? They would simply say, sorry, we don't have enough money to pay out everybody the full benefits. These cuts are happening across the board to everybody. Now, while some of Biden's proposed changes will affect mostly high earners and company executives, those who have retirement savings plans exponentially higher than the average American, some will affect middle and lower income wage earners, especially those who may rely on Social Security benefits in the future. Now, number one, he wants to implement the payroll tax for income over $400,000. Now, currently, any earned income below $160,200 is subject to a 12.4% payroll tax. So that is the threshold. Anything over that, you don't get taxed. Earnings exceeding that amount are not subject to OASI tax. Now, Biden plans to tax earned income above $400,000, leaving wages above $160,200 and up to $400,000 untaxed. So there's going to be a gap where you're not taxed for Social Security, but he said anybody that's making $400,000 or more, they should be paying more so into Social Security. So that is one of the ways that they want to be able to fund the Social Security program, the OASI, to last longer and extend that solvency. Change the way COLA increases are calculated. This is a big one for a lot of people. Each year, Social Security benefits are assessed based on inflation, which has been out of control, and people are saying that the Social Security benefits they receive, it's not keeping up with inflation. Are retired, those on SSI, SSDI, survivors, they are hurting. So benefits are assessed based on inflation and adjusted through a cost of living allowance, or COLA, which I'll let you know is going to be coming up here very soon. Currently, the administration uses the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners or clerical workers, known as the CPIW, to calculate the COLA. But this number doesn't necessarily reflect the lifestyle and expenses of retired people. Shifting COLA calculations to figures tied to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, or the CPIE, won't solve the problem of Social Security running out of money, but it could put more money into the pockets of retired Americans who need it the most. So they're saying this could be a huge help out. Increase the primary insurance amount. Now, this could be a big one. The primary insurance amount, or the PIA, is a figure indicating how much money you'll receive from Social Security benefits depending on the age that you begin claiming your benefits and your average index monthly earnings. Increasing the PIA for Americans aged 78 to 82 would help those who experience rising expenses such as healthcare later in life. So that would help them out quite a bit as well. Increase the special minimum benefit for lifetime lower wage workers. And I've let you guys know that according to the numbers today, that increase is $485. So if you collect this minimum benefit, you could see a massive increase with this particular point right here. Low wage earners receive a special minimum benefit regardless of how much they made while they worked. In 2023, a lifetime low earning worker would receive just $12,402 in Social Security benefits annually, or $1,033.50 per month. Biden intends to increase the minimum benefit by 125% of the federal poverty level for an individual. As an example, for 2023, someone receiving special minimum benefits would receive $1,518.75 per month with the boost. As I mentioned, that's roughly a $485 increase. Now, this article says, unfortunately, the plan is unlikely to pass Congress, MSN reports. Any Social Security overhaul plan would require bipartisan support in Washington, and so far, Democrats and Republicans, they haven't been able to see eye to eye on ways to simultaneously bolster Social Security's coffers and increase the benefits for those who need them the most. And those seem to be like the two big items here: how to get more money into the pockets of recipients, and how to also extend the solvency of the funds so that way people don't get cuts across the board. Now, to get the latest on the Social Security cost of living adjustment exact amounts that you can expect to see according to predictions and forecasts, we won't know officially till October 12th, But to get the exact numbers that experts are saying, check out this video right here as I covered it as soon as it was released, so that way you can know what to anticipate for here shortly. So check out that video next, you guys, and I'll keep you up to date on more information as it rolls out regarding Social Security, Congress, the economy. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.